Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day. In today's video, I'm going to take you guys through another in-depth fragrance review. And we are going to be talking about the House of Oud Bon Bon Pop. Now, this fragrance was recently gifted to me by a girlfriend. So this was a very, very special gift. In fact, when I opened the box and I saw this, I kind of gasped a little bit because I know the price point of these fragrances. So this was incredibly generous, but also I think the most important part of this gift is I don't think that this person could have selected a better fragrance for me if she tried. This particular fragrance speaks to my soul. So I am so appreciative. Also, can we just take just a quick moment here just to admire the packaging? The House of Oud has very unique, distinct perfume bottles, as you can see. All of their collections are in the same shape or design of bottle, but the artwork varies from collection to collection. So this right here is the Bon Bon Pop. And what this looks like to me is it looks like kind of an asymmetrical hot air balloon, if you will. So here's the little basket for the hot air balloon, and then obviously the balloon is on top. Now to get at your fragrance, you simply just pull the base off here, and this is where your perfume comes from. The packaging, I just don't think could be more beautiful. And again, this is something, honestly, that I'll probably keep for the rest of my life. When someone gifts me a fragrance, it's honestly one of my favorite gifts to receive from my friends and family, because then subsequently, when I wear that particular fragrance, it always makes me think of that person. And I am someone who really values the people in my life. My friends, my family, those are all very important, parts of my life, and I wouldn't be who I am without the people in my life. And so the fact that anybody, sees something, thinks of me, and then, gifts me that thing, whatever it is, every time that I use it or look at it, it makes me think of the person who gifted it to me, and that's just very special to me. So this is definitely a perfume bottle that will be kept, not only because it's just a beautiful piece of art to begin with, but because of, the fact that it was just such an incredibly beautiful gift. And really, truly, you guys, this fragrance, if you like a lot of the same types of fragrances that I typically gravitate towards, you're gonna love this. I will say, listen, this is a very spendy kind of luxury niche type brand. There are samples that are available, and there are some other websites that do sell this fragrance at a discount. So just know that. I'll be linking it down below in a few different places. So if you are interested in picking this up for yourself, check out the description box. I'll put some links down there for you. But we are gonna go about reviewing this the way that I normally do. So we're gonna go ahead and read up a little bit about the fragrance. We're gonna talk through the fragrance notes, tell you what my nose picks up. We will talk about the overall lasting power of this fragrance. We'll talk about the projection, and then kind of wrap it up from there. All right, so now we are, I am reading this from the House of Oud website, so I will have this linked down below as well for you if you would like to go read up a little bit more about this fragrance yourself. Okay, first we're gonna read their little fragrance story because I always love these, and this one I think is particularly cute. Okay, greedy, amusing, captivating. In a word, pop. This fragrance transports us back to the past, bringing back the innocent carefreeness and infinite serenity of when we were children and we loved to gorge ourselves on sweet treats. The juicy notes of white peach and exotic coconut evoke the softness of candy. Woods and amber infuse warmth. Whole sugar radiates its fragrance notes, releasing an unparalleled sweetness. A triumph of delicious notes that gives us a little piece of nostalgic happiness. a veritable whirlwind of gluttony that envelops us in sweet and intriguing embrace. Okay, I love the story here. But let's read through these fragrance notes here. Okay, at the top we have bergamot, white peach, and coconut. The heart or middle notes are jasmine and patchouli. Listen, don't be scared off by the patchouli yet. Don't turn this video off. This is a very pleasant, very enjoyable patchouli. And this is coming from someone who does not like the super earthy, super dirty, like, you know, hippie type patchouli. That's not my vibe. I like very beautiful, kind of more sophisticated perfumey patchouli, if that makes sense. The base is brown sugar, precious woods, dry amber, and musk. Now this falls within the gourmand category. Let's talk through the notes. First of all, let's do a little spritzy spritz. Okay, one thing I will say is that I do wish this had a slightly finer mist to it when it first comes out, because it's one of those more like powerful sprays. So if you don't do a very quick spritz, it tends to be a little bit more of a stream. So I'm just gonna see if I can get you guys a nicer mist here. Okay, yeah. I think I'm just pushing it down a little bit too slow sometimes. So just give it a nice, you know, solid, and apparently it does come out fine. I don't know what it is with me. I think I'm just trying to not waste the fragrance. And so, you know, I'm just trying to get like a little bit out at a time. Just give it a solid mist. Let's do it again over here. Yeah, that's a nice mist. Really nice. Oh my gosh, you guys. Listen, this is so beautiful. It's the dry down here that really gets me. Okay, first of all, bergamot. There is a hint of that bergamot to me, but oddly enough, I'm not picking up much of it. What I am getting is a really nice, beautiful coconut. Now it is more of just like a straight up like coconut, like you just, you know, pluck one from a tree and cut it open. It's not like a sunscreen type of coconut smell, more of like the actual coconut nut. It's not a fruit, it's a nut, right? So it smells like the actual like meat within a fresh coconut. There is a definite distinct white peach. It's very soft, very pretty. It's a very interesting combination with that coconut. I wouldn't necessarily think to pair peach and coconut together. I think of coconut as a very, you know, obviously tropical type of note, and peach is just, you know, like peach, like regular summery, sweet, fruity peach. But together they make the most amazing gourmand concoction. Oh, it's so good, you guys. Now this goes right into the patchouli as it starts to dry down. And again, it's a very soft, very beautiful, sophisticated perfumey patchouli. And it really isn't the most like predominant note here. Usually I feel like patchouli takes over. It does not do that in this fragrance. It truly just kind of lingers in the middle of the scent. The coconut and that peach stay the focus for quite some time with this fragrance. And as it does start to like dry down a little bit more, you start going into that patchouli, you get a little bit of that like clean, like jasmine note as well. But this is not a floral fragrance. The jasmine is definitely playing like an accent role here. We're staying with the sweet, more fruity, like gourmand type note for a very long time with this fragrance. Now, as it dries down even more, it's really the amber and that like slightly woody note. I was trying to think of like another woody type note to compare this to. And in my mind, it really smells like a softer, maybe more like sandalwood type note. It's not overly woody. It's really soft, really pretty, and it's, oh, that amber. It's a really like warm, resinous amber note. Oh, man. I just, this is the type of fragrance where like I rarely, you know, am one of those like fragrance reviewers that's like, you have to try this. But if you ever have the opportunity to stick your nose in this, either by just ordering a sample of it, or if you happen to see it in a boutique somewhere, go out of your way to seek this one out, because it's just a beautiful, interesting take on a gourmand that also is like beautifully perfumey at the same time. Like it smells edible, but then not, right? Like it's just, you have to smell this one. So soft, so pretty. I think it definitely, to my mind, it leans a little bit more feminine, but I could also see this being a unisex type fragrance, just because I think the sandalwood tones down a little bit of the sweetness. But to my nose, it does lean a little bit, I would say, more feminine than it does more unisex neutral. Is it overly girly? No, it's not. For example, it's not like Boardwalk Delight from Skylar. It's not like Sparkling Sugar from Clean Reserve. We're not talking sweet like that, but you know, also not super woody or ambery, say like the Raven from Ellis Brooklyn. It's definitely softer than that. You guys, it's just good. The fragrance itself, like I wish I could come up with more words to describe it. It's just beautiful. It is definitely gourmand, but not overly sweet. I think a lot of people would enjoy this fragrance. Now, in terms of the projection, this is a powerhouse. Those 2 sprays that you saw me do on my arms here, way too much. It's overkill for sure. This is one of those scents where just like a dab will do ya, if you will. And the lasting power here is stunning. This lasts hours into the day on my skin. I'm talking, if I apply this at like 8 in the morning, by 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I still very much smell this fragrance on my skin. Is it as powerful as 8 in the morning? No, it is definitely dissipated, but it is still clinging on for dear life, and I can still smell it. And that is a wonderful performance. So despite this being quite a splurge-worthy type of fragrance, I think you're getting your money's worth with this one for sure. So if you feel like you want to really purchase something that is not only beautiful and like display worthy, but a fragrance that also just smells like $1,000,000, I think this is absolutely worth checking out. I can honestly say that had I not received this for a gift, that I would definitely be very hesitant to order something like this, but holy moly, after receiving this, I want to try more from the brand. So there are other fragrances I'm interested in. Anyway, you guys, this is just gorgeous. If you're at all interested in this particular fragrance, I cannot give it enough thumbs up from my end, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, again, a gift that is greatly appreciated and will be treasured by me for years to come, even after I finish the fragrance itself, because this little paperweight, yeah, she's going on display somewhere in my house. This is gorgeous. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have tried any other fragrances from the House of Oud, and if you have any other recommendations. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.